Hey guys, Nostal-Gi-Oh here, and I know I haven't posted in a little while, but I figured I'd do this random deck profile today. It's another Edison deck profile. It's Glad Beast. It's a pretty good deck profile, you know, it's pretty standard, I think, for like New Age Glad Beast, but yeah, no side deck today, so just main and extra, but let's go ahead and get into it. So, starting it all off, we got the triple Test Tiger. It's kind of, you know, a big deal for the deck. It makes any of them, which is pretty cool. You can also bring it out with Rescue Cat, which is really powerful because you also have Sam Knight, which means Rescue Cat equivalates to any one, you know, Glad Beast from the deck, which is pretty cool. Anyway, getting into it, so we got the triple Test Tiger, and then for the actual Glad Beasts, so we have 2 Darius, 2 Quest. One of my secrets came damaged, so it's like unplayable. Speaking of cards that came damaged, there's also 2 Laquari. These came damaged. I had to reorder these. Well, what's with damaged packages? Anyway, 2 of all of these good guys, and then we have a bunch of one-ofs. 1 Bestiary, I'd play 3 if we could, but it's at 1 in this format. 1 Murmillo, 1 Secutor, this card's insane, it starts everything up for you. 1 Rediari, and 1 Sam Knight. And that's all of the Glad Beast cards in the deck, or at least the Glad Beast monsters. It's a pretty good amount of them, pretty toolboxy, you know, you have a lot of really good effects on all of them, so yeah, they're pretty good. Next, of course, we have the 1 Rescue Cat. Like I said, it can be any guy from your deck, which is really cool, but it can also bring out this dude, which is also really good. And yeah, you bring out this guy and Sam Knight, and that can be incredibly powerful into an open board. That can be insane, actually. So yeah, these cards are really good. You know, Rescue Cat's a really strong normal summon. 1 Cyber Dragon, just cause, you know, he's here. Anyway, that's all the monsters. Into the spells, we have triple Proving Ground. Proving Ground is very strong. It's Rhoda. You know, why would you not play triple Rhoda? So yeah, that card's insane. You don't really need any more, you know, reasoning for that. You play triple Rhoda. 2 Book of Moon. These are really good for getting, you know, big guys, you know, booked so that you can climb them with your Glad Beast and, you know, start your deck. So that's really good. And then the only other spells I played was 1 Heavy Storm and 1 Mystical Space Typhoon. I probably should be playing like Brain Control and stuff, because just taking stuff from your opponent's board so that you can attack, you know, through their board is really good. But I haven't really messed around with this deck in a while. This is kind of an old profile, but, you know, I haven't posted in a while. Anyway, that's all the spells. Into the traps. The trap lineup is pretty heavy. So, of course, we have the 3 War Chariot. This is staple to this deck. You get to bring it back with a quest, and once you get the quest with this going and a fusion, probably Heraclinos, you probably are winning that game. So these cards are really, really, you know, integral to the deck. You need some monsters with it, but when you have a monster with it, it's really, really dirty. Once this deck gets rolling, it's just really hard to stop rolling. Next, we have triple Icarus attack. So this card's actually really insane in this deck because, well, first off, my favorite interaction with it is when you summon Bestiary and they're just like bottomless, then you're like, okay, get rid of them, ruin your whole board, and then you still have access to this guy with like Darius or even a quest. So that's a really big point of that. But it also sets it off with the Bestie and the Quest, which are both Winged Beast, and even Geyserus too. So this card can be, you know, pop 2. I mean, that's insane. Pop 2 is insane. So yeah, playing triple Icarus attack. Then I played 2 Bottomless and 2 Deep Prison, some more good, you know, 2 of trap cards. These cards are all really solid in the format. And then a bunch of 1-ofs. So Judgment, of course, we play the 1 Starlit Road as well because of like the incredible amount of back row. So these cards are insane. And then Mirror Force, Torrential, and Trap Dust Shoot, and 1 Waboku. I haven't really looked at the list in a while if this is at 1 or not, but the list that I you know, took inspiration from a long time ago was playing 1 Waboku, and I don't know if you can play more or less, but this card's pretty medium, but when it's good, it is really good. So yeah, all these cards are really solid 1-of cards. Waboku might be a 1. That's a weird card to be at 1, but I don't know. Anyway, that's the main deck. 40 cards. Into the extra deck, 2 Geyserus, 2 Heraclinos. These are pretty standard. You know, you're going to want to play at least 2-2. You could play more, but I think 2-2 is pretty sufficient. Also, another really cool way of playing this deck is with Prisma, but I'm not playing those cards, but, you know, it's cool. And then 1 Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. We do play 1 Cyber Dragon in the main, but you do have other ones. Also, it's notable that that this guy pretty much the regular Cyber Dragon climbs pretty much any monster in your deck. So if your opponent already has that out, it's really good to just, you know, get rid of him, bring this guy out, normal summon a Glad Beast, and start swinging, get the engine going. So that's really good. Next, for the Synchros, and why are we playing Synchros? We play one Airbellum in the main deck, the only tuner, and the only way to Synchro, because we don't really have any switching stuff. Maybe if my opponent like creature swaps a tuner, that's just not going to happen. But we have this guy, Catastor, one Goyo, one Brio, one Ancient Fairy Dragon, one Black Rose. I'm going through these really fast, I know. 2 Stardust Dragon, 1 Thought Ruler, 1 Red Dragon Archfiend, and 1 Mistworm. Just, you know, a whole lot of guys. Give you a little bit of access to the extra deck. We only play the Airbellum, like I said, though, so it's kind of weird. But yeah, that's the deck. Pretty short profile, honestly, but yeah, Glad Beast's a pretty cool deck in Edison. Definitely a really fun deck to explore. It has a lot of good options and could definitely be played very well. It has a good matchup against a lot of decks in the format as well. You know, being able to just pow, 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 bring out stuff, being pretty consistent. And once you get the engine going, it's really hard to stop rolling. Anyway, that is it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. It makes a really big difference. It really does. Have a good week. Goodbye.